Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello Hiqma and hello all of my friends. My name is Tawang Zora. So in this video, I would like to explain about the Tylenol murder case study. So let's begin with 5W and 1H details. And the first one is who. The victims of the Tylenol murder were 7 individuals who ingested cyanide laced Tylenol capsules. And the second is what. The incident involved the intentional contamination of Tylenol capsule with potassium cyanide. And the third is when. The murder took place in September 1982 in the Chicago areas. And the fourth is where. The poisonings occurred in several locations within the Chicago area, leading to a widespread scares. And the fifth is why. The motivation behind the Tylenol murder remains unknown, as the perpetrator was never caught. And the sixth is how. The capsules were tampered with and potassium cyanide was introduced into the bottle before being purchased by unsuspecting customers. Next, I will explain the outline for the sum question. First, the question is, what might have been the consequence if Johnson & Johnson had decided to talk out the first report of Tylenol-related deaths and not recall the products? And the answer is, if Johnson & Johnson had chosen to talk out the first report of Tylenol-related deaths and not recall the products, the consequence could have been catastrophic. The company reputation would have been severely damaged, leading to a loss of consumer trust and loyalty. This could have resulted in a massive drop in sales not only for Tylenol but also for other products under the Johnson & Johnson umbrellas. And the next question, number 2, is what other public relation option did Johnson & Johnson have in responding to the first round of Tylenol murders? And the answer is, in response to the Tylenol murders case, Johnson & Johnson had several public relation options to consider. Some of these options could have included, the first one is issuing a public statement, acknowledge the situations and expressing concerns for the victims and their families. This would show empathy and transparency on their parts. And the second is implementing a product recall and conducting a thorough examination of their manufacture and distribution process to prevent and further tampering incidents. And the last one is launching a nationwide marketing campaigns to rebuild trust in the Tylenol brands and assure consumer of the safety and quality of their products. Next, question number 3 is, do you think the company made a wise decision by reintroducing extra strength Tylenols? And the answer is yes. The decision to reintroduce extra strength Tylenol after the Tylenol murder case is a complex one. On one hand, reintroducing the product could help regain consumer trust and market share, as well as demonstrate the company commitment to transparency and safety. On the other hand, there could be significant risks involved, including potential backlash from customer and regulation, as well as the possibility of similar incidents occurring in the future. Ultimately, whether it was a wise decision or not depends on how well the company managed the reintroduction process and address any lingering concerns about the product safety. Moving to question number 4, in light of the response of other companies not to move precipitously when faced with a crisis, do you think Johnson & Johnson should have acted so quickly to remove the Tylenol products when the second rounds of Tylenol murder occurred in 1986? And the answer is, in the case of the Tylenol murders in 1986, Johnson & Johnson's decision to quickly remove the products from shelves was seen as a proactive and responsible move aimed at protecting customer safety and maintaining public trust. By taking swift action to recall the products and issue nationwide warnings, Johnson & Johnson demonstrates a commitment to prioritizing consumer safety over profits, which ultimately helps to mitigate further harms and solidify their reputation as a trustworthy brand. While some might argue that they could have taken more time to assess the situation, the general consensus is that their rapid response was necessary given the severity of the crisis. And the next question, number 5, what specific lesson can be derived from the way in which Johnson & Johnson handled the public relation aspect of these tragedies? And the answer is, Johnson & Johnson's handle the public relation aspect of tragedies such as the Tylenol poisoning incident by demonstrating transparency, honesty, and swift actions. They immediately recall all Tylenol products, cooperation fully with authorities, and provides update to the public. This approach helps rebuild trust and confidence in the brands. Some specific lessons that can be derived from their response include the importance of prioritizing consumer safety, being proactive in crisis management, and maintaining open communication with the public. The next is question number 6. What was the media environment when the Tylenol crisis occurs? How might the results have differed if the crisis occurred today? And the answer is the media environment during the Tylenol crisis in 1982 was significantly different from today. In the 1980, information dissemination was primarily through newspaper, television, and radio. There was a lack of real-time communication platforms like social media and the internet. This meant that news spread more slowly, giving authorities and companies more time to control the narrative. If the Tylenol crisis occurred today, the results would likely be different due to the rapid spread of information on social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Reddit. A crisis like this will likely go viral within minutes, leading to widespread panic and potentially making it hard for authorities to contain the situations. And the last question is, how do this section demonstrate Johnson & Johnson concern for customers? How do you think Johnson & Johnson would use this website to communicate with the public if new health card surface? And the answer is if Johnson & Johnson websites, specifically the Tylenol sections, offer care cards, house calls, and frequently asked questions sections. This demonstrates the company concern for customers in several ways. Care cards may provide personalized tips for using their products safely. House calls could feature virtual consultation or healthy-related articles, and the frequently asked questions section likely address common customer queries. In the event of new health scares, Johnson & Johnson could utilize its website to research customer provide accurate information and over guidance and product safety. They might issue statements, updates, or warnings on the site, as well as communicate with the public through press release and social media platform to address concerns promptly and transparently. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.